Good day, my name is Paul Stanek. I'm a senior firearms instructor with Georgia Firearms and Security Training Academy. So for our next ballistic test, we hear a lot of things. People are talking about using a book bag with lots of books in it for a form of ballistic protection. Here we have just a regular backpack, picked it up from local store there, and we went down to the thrift shop and we got some old textbooks. Here we've got your ACT Coach. I probably could have used this when I was in school. Exploring the Arts, and K through 12 Math Lesson Guide. Some of these are hardback, others are paperback. This is a paperback book. The other two are hardback. They're fairly thick. But again, just like with our block of wood, that doesn't always equate to what can stop a bullet. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our books, we're going to put them back in our bag, and we're going to put them on our dummy. We're going to start with our 9mm, 124 grain ball ammunition. Fire no. Next is our 150 grain hollow point. Fire no. Last is our 55 grain 223. So have a look. So here's our 124 grain 9mm. Here's our 150 grain hollow point, and there's our 223. Let's have a look at the books. So there's our FMJ, there's our hollow point, there's our 223. I feel something in there. So let's see if we can't find it. Okay, a lot of wadded up paper. The paperback is toast. Everything went through. So now our hardbacks, our ball ammo, our hollow point, our rifle round. Oh, we got one. There is the 150, ooh, still warm. There's the 150 grain hollow point, stopped by a hard book cover. Careful, don't cut yourself on it. It's like that Full Metal Jacket kept going though. Let's see if we can, ooh, I think I see it. Here you go, take that one. And there is our 9mm Full Metal Jacket. It penetrated that book, but it stopped on the face of the third book. So it's in there, we go. There is our FMJ round. Now let's take a look at that third book. We can see where the hollow point made a dent. I can kind of feel it on that side, so that kinetic energy kept going and dented right there. This hard cover actually stopped the ball round, the 124 grain ball 9mm. Dented it and stopped it. Our 223 continued on. Looks like all the way through the book. So let's take a look at the bag. That'll tell us more. Oh yeah, there's our 223. That little tiny projectile made that big hole coming out the back of those books, because as it hit the book, it started to break apart and mushroom out and made a much larger exit. So the only round to actually make it through was that 223. So our last test for the book bag test using our school books is going to be a shotgun. For this particular one is going to be a 12 gauge, 2 3/4 inch, 9 pellet double-aught buck. Fire it all. He doesn't look too happy. So as we saw, that shotgun hits pretty hard. But let's see how the actual shot behaves. So we're going to open up our bag here. We got our hit right there. So I'm going to open up this first pocket and see if we actually caught the wadding. No, not in there. Oh, that's good. Well, I'll give you the good stuff first. There's the back. None of those pellets actually penetrated. There's our group on the first book on the paper back there. Here we are. There is the wadding. This is what the pellets actually sit on top of in the shell, and the powder is back behind it. This is what pushes everything and propels it down the barrel. So that's the wadding. Oh no, I hit Buffalo Bill. There we go. There is one of our shot pellets. There's another one, so that's two. Uh-oh. I think that might be.
Did it go through the next book?
Oh, yeah, here we go. There's number 3. This is where it really starts to break down. These pellets are really starting to lose their energy and their velocity. So by the time we get to the back here, they've been completely stopped by the second second hardback book, third book in the order. So there's one that penetrated all the way through, but was stopped, and the other pellets are lost in there somewhere. We're not going to worry about digging through and finding them, because on the other side is 0 penetration of the buckshot. So the point of this test was to demonstrate to you that something is better than nothing. A passive means of resistance is getting as much mass between you and the threat as possible. Do what you can to protect yourself. There are other options out there. There are soft armor inserts and plate inserts for backpacks, briefcases, things that you can do to enhance your own personal safety. If you have no other option and you must barricade yourself inside a classroom or an office, get as much between you and the door as possible. Stack up multiple desks. Put as many of your books, hardcover books, in your backpack and protect your body and head with it. You have 3 options in an active shooter: run, hide, or fight. Fighting should always be your last resort. If you are unarmed, you are outmanned, outgunned, and outclassed. Your best option is to run. Get distance between you and the threat. Don't stay in large groups. Break away from the large group. This is what attracts a shooter's attention. Move quickly, move quietly. If you cannot run away, do your best to hide. Get low to the ground. Turn off lights. Lock doors if possible. Barricade them with as much stuff as you can. Silence your phones. Don't put them on vibrate. Don't put them on silent. Turn them off. Even the vibrate function of a cell phone can give away your position. A screen lighting up can grab attention. Do your best to keep others calm and silent. If that shooter does not know you are there, they can't hit you. I'm Apollo Stanek for Georgia Firearms and Security Training Academy. Stay safe, stay aware, stay alive.